All right, hey, we're back. It is Friday, 3:30 in question. Man, we have a fantastic show today. I just want to give you some perks. Going around the table, I got to tell you, we have Jack Duchesne here, a living legend here in the Arizona community. He's in bands, he's producing, he's a self-help guru. He is just helping people all over, and we're glad to have him today. We got our big man. Could you give a little plug to our big man, Dan, here? Show him up on the screen.
What's happening?
Okay.
Glad
Dan
to be
Corey,
here. There you go.
Actor, baseball player, man of the hour that makes those ladies scream and holler.
Yes. Just trying to be like you, Jerry.
That's right. And then we have the big man to the right, Cameron.
Always good to see you, Jerry.
Always good, man. I love when you're here.
I love being here.
I know. You just have like that voice, the voice that is so distinctive. It's like, I almost feel like saying, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whatever you want, sir. Would you like another drink, sir?
May I tickle your eardrums?
Okay, now we're getting weird. You just lost it. Get out of here. So, Jack, why don't you do us a little bit of a kind of an intro on yourself, what you're doing, how's it going, where you going, the band, music, because this episode the topic is music. We want everyone to get involved in music. Music is a bipartisan. It's global. There is nothing that can compare to music. Good music, right?
Right.
And the new vibe that's coming out. Like, why don't you just start with a little bit about you and then lead into the music?
Okay. Well, I've been a musician since I was 17.
Okay.
And always in bands and doing all that fun stuff. And then about, 15 years ago, I started a seminar company. Empowerment, leadership training, all that good stuff. And I did that for 10 years, and I actually was going to just explode it. And before I did, I said, now, wait a minute. I haven't played live music at that point in 7 years. So I actually shut everything down for 2 years, and I created a Stone Temple Pilot tribute band first, just to get back out there. I was playing in casinos and all that good stuff. Then I got asked to join a band, Black Wolf Mountain, which right now is playing on...
It's a cool name.
Oh, yeah.
It is a very cool name.
The band is playing on several hundred radio stations right now. We just got called by the Marquee Theater. We're going to headline August 27th.
Nice.
And then the seminar company I owned, I play a lot of music in the seminar to evoke emotion from people, put them in the right place for whatever's going on in there. And my dream was always to write music that really... it's directly for the experiences they're going through. So I put together a band about 5 months ago called Next Evolution. The company's called Next Evolution.
I saw it.
So
I've been to
Yes.
one of the seminars, and it is so powerful. I mean, it's just amazing. You learn so much about yourself. You learn how to talk to yourself. You learn, just...
Are there voices in your head when you're talking to yourself?
Tons.
Oh, everywhere. Oh, yeah.
A committee.
I didn't mean to blow up at that. You just
No, well,
it up.
he's helped quiet them for me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, now they just whisper.
Oh, now they're just
whisper.
they're just gentle demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
No, but his program is just absolutely incredible.
It really is. It's a joy to do it. It's profound. The weekend is profound, what goes on through that weekend, and it's all experiential. And then I brought the music end in, so I started the Next Evolution band to actually articulate these experiences. Since it's experiential, it's not about lecturing you on something.
Yeah.
It's about you being involved into something, and then at the end, you're like, okay, so what happened? And now you find out what happens, and you find out what you did doesn't work. And you only did it because you're programmed to do it. So a lot of programming and getting rid of all that kind of nonsense starts to happen. The music part, that's what we're talking about.
Music, baby.
Music. So music is so universal. Music is it. I mean, it can take you back into memories, yes?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'll listen to some music and I'll be in 1978, right back in that spot again. So I think music is so powerful, and I'm really impressed to see what you guys are doing with the music and everything.
Well, when you really look at it, it's been long overdue. There is nothing out there promoting music now. We lost a whole year. Nobody could. Dan, last week you were outlining we couldn't play anywhere. I was trying to put together concerts in the desert to try to get people to play, but it was a COVID thing, and there's some legal issues apparently.
In the desert.
Yeah, where they were going to arrest everybody, and I didn't want it to be a celebration of everyone in prison, for the weekend. So we've been kind of pushing it, but now is the time. I think people are done with COVID. Like, you can't say anything where they're going to go, no, I'm still going to go. I'll wear a mask, fine, but I'm still going, right? Mm-hmm. And music is global. There, you see people everywhere. Like, bands go on tour. You see, like, I've seen Motley Crue in Russia, right? And they're jamming. They know the words. They don't even speak English, but they know the words.
Every word,
right? And that's like truly amazing. I know when you get on stage and you're saying something, then you got to have a translator be like, because they're like, F you! And then everyone's like quiet. Then the guy goes,
yeah.
And then everyone goes, ooh, like this, right? It's like, okay, that's totally delayed response.
Yeah.
It's like a comedian waiting for his punchline to, like Rodney Dangerfield always used to say, which camera am I looking at, right? Yeah. Like, am I not getting the point across? But, so you're, cool name. First of all, cool name. How'd you come up with that name?
Which one?
Black Wolf?
Jack Duchesne.
Yeah. My mom and dad. Black Wolf Mountain was actually started by a gentleman who moved from Florida out to Arizona. And he was in a couple of, semi-popular bands. So he's the singer guy who plays guitar as well. And they happened to go to BLK, if you remember BLK.
Oh, yeah. Right down here, live.
Yeah. So the Stone Temple Pilot tribute was playing at BLK. And the drummer and John, the singer, showed up there to check me out. They were looking for a guitarist, a lead guitar player.
From your Tinder posting?
Yeah. They're going to check me
That's how
out.
they get them these days.
Yeah. And then I went up and did a rehearsal. He lived up in Cave Creek. He's moved back to Florida. So we still tour and do all that stuff. He just flies in, or we fly where we got to fly.
Well, you're making that kind of money. People are flying in for concerts.
Yes.
You're doing pretty good.
We're doing really good. Once we signed with that management company, and they actually took the music and got it onto the radio stations. I mean, the Marquee Theater, we were attempting to get in there for a couple of years, maybe 3 years. We had a show finally booked, and then COVID hit. So the show was canceled. This time, we didn't even have to call them. The radio's playing the music. The videos are streaming everywhere, so they caught it. So they called us and said, how have you not been booked here yet? And we're like, we don't know and don't care. What day's the show? So it's August 27th, August 27th, Friday night.
Friday night.
Yes.
At the Marquee.
At the Marquee.
What do tickets go for these days?
Actually, I own the Phoenix Metro Chamber of Commerce, so I went there to make sure this was going to be an outrageous show. I'm going to tie it into a pet-related charity. So tickets were going to be $15.
Okay, that's reasonable.
And we're going to do $16. $1 will go to the charities. And that way we can really do a really spectacular show over there.
So how many bands will be playing that night?
Five bands.
So it's 5 bands for $15?
Yep.
Wow, what a deal.
That is a fantastic deal.
And of course, I positioned Next Evolution to be the support act to Black Wolf Mountain. So
Sweet.
I'll be playing with Next Evolution and then taking the 20-minute break and then walking back out and finishing up with
2
Black
sets,
Wolf Mountain.
huh?
Yeah. I did 3 one night.
That's awesome.
I did STP Tribute, and then we used to have a band called One Hit Wonders.
Okay.
So we only played songs by bands that had one
hit.
Awesome. And then after that, Black Wolf went on stage. That one was a little bit draining by the Black Wolf
How long
part of the show.
altogether? How many minutes you play? How
3
many
hours.
3 hours?
Yeah.
Damn.
Fingers
That's a long
hurt.
time, yeah.
Yeah, the fingers got a little crampy.
Yeah, you got a little, what do you have, a little massage therapist on the side?
No, we got nothing.
Nothing?
We have calluses.
You can
That's
fly
it.
from Florida to here, but you can't get a $15 an hour masseuse.
I don't fly from Florida to here.
Oh, I know.
John does.
Okay.
I'm already here.
I got you. You live here in Phoenix.
I do live here in Phoenix.
Were you born here in Phoenix?
No, I was born in Canada.
Oh, okay. Frozen Ghost.
Yep, Windsor, Ontario.
Okay. Because it was kind
Hey.
of
Follow
all right there.
You
Yeah,
hoser.
get yourself. Yeah,
Hoser.
those guys were American making it. No, actually, they were Canadian, right?
They were Canadian. Doug and
second.
Bob?
Yeah, Second
Yeah.
City.
Second City.
Was it
baby.
Second City? And then
Yep.
they had the other one that was in Canada. It was. Was it Second City?
I think Second City TV was the one.
Yeah, that was
Canada,
it, I
or was
think.
that Chicago?
Well, Second City was in Chicago. That's where everybody.
Kids in the Hall.
Yeah, Kids in the Hall.
was
That was a Canadian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was so weird when I went to school in Canada. I did a short stint there, but watching Tom and Jerry in French was totally weird. Yo, Tom, Thomas, Jerry. It was just like, wow. But that's cool. So when did you arrive here in the U.S.?
Well, at first time was a year old. Born in Windsor, then Detroit. We lived there, and then when I was 10, we moved to Toronto for a few years.
Okay.
And then back to Michigan, and then Arizona when I hit 13. Then L.A., Hollywood.
So you went from cold to colder, and then back to cold, and then went extremely hot.
Extremely hot. First time I landed here, I was 13, and I got off the airplane, and I had never experienced anything. It was like July or something.
Oh, yeah, that's hot.
So I've never walked into 115 degree, and it was incredible.
It's like living inside of an oven every once in a
But I
while.
love when everyone goes,
Deal with
but
it.
it's a dry heat.
Well, it
Not
is-
today.
It is
Yeah.
Pretty
Well, we had a
humid
little
today.
rain today, last night, which is
Yeah.
rare. Hopefully the
need
fires went out.
Well, yeah, I went back to Michigan at 25, and I left at 13, and it was August, so I was like all happy. I'm like, oh, I got out of the heat, and I'm in Michigan for like 2 days, and everything's fine. But not the third day. Something happened, and I don't remember this as a kid, but the humidity mixed with the heat, I took a shower, and then I never got dry.
Yeah.
And we went to a rock club that night, Harpo's, and everybody in there was wet. Like the whole night, everyone's just dripping and hair's all wet. And I was like, how did I not ever remember this as a kid? I remember the mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah.
The
They
mosquitoes.
look at me like a buffet. They're like, get the hold of that guy.
Once that sun starts going down, they come out, and you as a child, like you try to battle it as long as you can, but eventually you lose the battle.
Oh, yeah,
There's just
definitely.
too many stingers.
It's
coming
about
in.
8:45, and you've
Yeah.
already lost.
Yeah,
So but then about 2 a.m, if you reemerge, they're like all dead.
Yes.
So the next branch is coming out. That's why I love Arizona. You don't really have any mosquitoes. You don't have any bugs. You got a few flies here and there, but they
Yeah,
only
there's no
live.
real bugs, no natural disasters.
Yeah.
You just got the heat.
Just got the heat. And, I tell everybody here in Phoenix, they go, isn't it so hot? I go, it's only hot from the bar to the car.
Thank you.
You know,
Right?
it's hot everywhere during the summer anyway.
Yeah,
just
but
figured
you're
it out.
inside most of the day.
Coming from Massachusetts,
Most of the time.
Yeah.
See, I agree with you.
it's hot and humid. You go to Massachusetts, it hits 100 degrees and it's humid.
Yeah.
Over here, it's 100. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know.
It's only like 104, 106 and above. People start going, all right, it's a little hot.
Yeah.
But 104, people are like, I could deal with this. No problem.
Pretty simple.
It's amazing. And I love, telling my friends who are back in the Midwest when they say, oh, but it's 104. And I go, what's it there? And he goes, 90. And I go, 90 in humidity.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's 100 here, and I'm not sweating.
And in a few months, we won't be shoveling sunshine.
That's right. You can't
Like
shovel
that.
sunshine.
That's good.
shovel it,
I
baby.
love that. So again, I think I told you this, but I had to show my neighbor what an ice scraper is, because I was pulling out stuff out of the car, and he goes, "What the hell is that?" And I go, "An ice scraper." He goes, "What do you do with it?" I go, "Scrape ice." And he goes, "But where?" I go, "On the windshield. That's why it's in the car." And he goes, "Where do you ever get it?" I go, I'm like, "You've never lived where it's cold." Because this is item number 1 come September. It's like trying to find a pencil during school days.
Yeah.
On the first week of school, you're like, who's got number 2 pencils?
If you don't have that, you're not driving.
No, you're not.
You got to heat up the car for
So
like a half hour.
I gotta
before
tell you,
leave
I gotta
the
tell you
house.
one
Trying to
funny
scrape
story.
it off with your fingernails.
You remember growing up and having to shovel yourself out of a spot?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that's enough to move here.
And then you hit the remote, and it's actually the other car.
And then when you
just
leave,
did
somebody
someone
comes and
else's
takes
car?
your spot.
Let me tell you a story. I'll make this quick, but a quick winter story. People don't realize it. When somebody from where it never gets cold comes to where it's cold. So I'm at a gas station.
Oh,
This had to be a January. It was about 30 below. Okay, I mean, that's cold. Nobody does anything. You just keep your gas tank full. You keep charging. You got to plug in your engine if you leave it out, right? So anyways, I'm sitting at a gas station. You see the guy pumping behind you. You're like, this sucks. Yes, I hate this. And then you go, everybody's talking about like, I should have moved to Florida or California or, somewhere warm. And then all of a sudden I look over and I see this woman going into the automatic car wash. And I go, get a load of this numbnuts. She's going to take her car through the car wash at 30 below. So she goes in and, the automatic garage door goes up, right? She pulls in. You can see, you hear the machine. Everything's going on, and she's going through, and she comes out, and the garage door opens, and she comes through this, right? And all of a sudden, instant ice starts to form around the car, and it keeps getting thicker and thicker. And I mean, I'm talking about a foot thick. A foot thick. And she comes in, and as you see it, the car is lowering. It keeps going until it's a total lowrider, like a California lowrider, right? They're scraping the bottom. And all of a sudden, she's like trying to get out of her car, and we're all walking up to her, and I'm looking at her through this thick foot of ice into the window, and she's like, help me get out. I'm like, you're not getting out. And she goes, how did you, what were you thinking? That's what I was going through. And she goes, well, I'm going to a wedding, and I'm from Hawaii. And we're all going, that explains it, right? So she goes, when do you think this ice will clear up? And I look at her and I go, spring. Oh, you're here. So it took like 30 people to push this sled because the wheels were just frozen solid. We had to push her back in. And then the gas station owner had to turn on all of it to get her out. And she said, you're going to, somebody offered to drive her. She grabbed a taxi or a Uber, but the car had to stay there until it dried.
Yeah.
Because nobody washes their car in 30 below. No. I mean, that's just the stupidest thing you could ever do.
And neither does she anymore.
Yeah,
She went back to Hawaii and had that story, and I'm sharing it for everybody here.
Yeah.
She probably didn't come back after that.
Yeah.
Whoever was there for the wedding was going to Hawaii.
She's RSVP no on every invitation now. But again, we have some really big people coming up that I want to make sure that everybody gets introduced to. I don't know if they're on the line yet, but we're going to bring some people in. We got some Hollywood producers. I figured, Dan here is in a band. You're in a band. It's kind of nice to hear different states, what their music scene is, what they're doing, mix, match, collaborate, right? I love that because music is about collaboration.
Absolutely.
The cool thing, because I used to have studios, right? And it was all done in the studio. And today, you're like sending tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll play.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even need an amp anymore. You're just putting the headphones on, plug it into like a Line 6 like we were talking about last week. And you have your grunge sound. You're just like clicking dials. And then you record it and you send it. And then you send it to a mastering guy.
Do that with everything.
And actually, this last Black Wolf Mountain and this Next Evolution album, no amplifiers.
No?
This was guitar plugged straight
direct
into
line
the
stuff?
computer, and then in the computer now there is apps and software. You can pull up a head, any head you want. You can dial in any sound.
Yeah.
You can pull up the speaker and place the mic where you want it on the speaker. So there was not. All they need you to do is hit the strings and the fretboard. And they can make you so whatever sound you would like. You want Eric Clapton, be Eric Clapton. You want Metallica, be Metallica.
That's like when they came out with Auto Tuner.
Yeah.
You could be Frank Sinatra.
Well, you still have to play the notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still have to do.
So it's not like Guitar Hero where you're going red, blue.
They got the same thing for drums. They got a program called Superior Drummer, and they right now I that's what I use to export music. You play a Roland kit, a electronic kit, and then it's a MIDI trigger, and then it plugs in to the computer, and they take every articulation from like very low velocity all the way to a high velocity for all the best drums with 15 different mics, like three snare mics, 3 bass mics. Mm-hmm. They released a sound library for the drum kits. They have it's called the Legacy of Rock. It's an Eddie Kramer release, and it's like 2 Charlie Watts kits, 2 Bonham kits, and a Mitch Mitchell kit.
Okay.
Oh, it's amazing, and you couldn't tell the difference, and it's completely editable.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, I think on Next Evolution, half of his kit is real.
Yeah.
The rest of it triggered and then effect and put all that stuff on.
You know who was doing that a while back was Neil Peart.
Okay.
He was mixing in the Roland electronic kit throughout his kit, in their later performances. Rest in peace. Yeah. But if he's using it, then it's definitely viable.
That guy, to look. I mean, his drums got so big, there was no exit.
Yeah.
I mean, it just surrounded.
You got to remove a foot.
He had to be lifted up
crane.
on the drum set.
Yeah.
Who's the drummer for Tool? He's kind of got that going.
Danny Carey.
He's amazing.
Danny Carey's ridiculous. Well, he played. they'll have so many different timing changes. So it'll be like, 2 bars and 7, and then 4 and 4, and then a 5, and then back to 7. You know, they do like these ridiculous time changes. Whereas, you know, most music where 4/4, you count to 4 or count to 8, or the blues, you know. But Danny Carey's just like a professor. I mean, and he's got style amazing. Too. It's not just that he has chops; he's got style with that. So it's like it's pretty amazing to hear him.
Well, he's almost the front man in that band because Maynard stands in the back. He's
Maynard's like a shadow.
He's a shadow, right? He's elevated on a little stage. In the back of the stage, his guitar player and his drummer are up front.
Danny Carey's taken on a whole legacy, man. There's a recent video they put Numa PN. There's a song they just released where they put it on him and they show him playing it. Oh, dude,
it's awesome.
He goes through rudiments. He goes through all these, you know, the different stickings. So clean, and the timing's ridiculous. You know,
super good.
Yeah,
super good.
He's like
he's an anomaly.
He's a machine.
He's an anomaly.
Yeah.
He's in that Neil Peart vein, like you know, further down.
Like who's the drummer from Rush?
That's Neil Peart.
Oh yeah,
Peart. How do you say it? You're from Canada, right?
Yeah.
Is it Peart or Peart?
Peart.
It's Peart.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, for him.
I thought, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen people online reprimanded for Peart. I thought it was Peart.
You know what? I don't even think he cares now.
You don't give him credit.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't care anymore. He definitely doesn't
Whatever
care
you want
anymore.
to call me, yeah.
As long as we're watching his music and the awesome drumming that he
is
did.
an awesome drummer. I got to see them right after 2112, so Spirit of the Radio. And funny enough, 38 Special was opening for them, which was sort of odd, like a Southern rock type of band.
Yeah.
And then Rush comes out, and they were amazing. My first concert there was Zeppelin.
It's like they had to take their cowboy hat off.
What year did you see Zeppelin?
77.
77. So that was just after what? Presence?
Presence had come out.
Did they play Presence songs? Because that's not one of their biggest.
Our Achilles' Last Stand. They did Nobody's Fault But Mine.
Yes.
Seriously.
For Your Life is my favorite off that album.
For Your Life.
They played it once at the celebration day. That's all they did. They had Bonham's Son on there. It was awesome.
They picked it on purpose because they had never played it live in their whole history.
Yeah.
But I remember that was my first concert, and that changed everything.
Zeppelin changed everything, man.
I mean, before that, and I don't want to put anybody down, Kiss. So before that, I was a Kiss super fan, right?
Oh, I was huge Kiss.
Yeah, all the Kiss albums, and I'm going to play guitar and everything. And then I just happened to go see Zeppelin.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm watching Zeppelin. They got done, and then I buy Zeppelin 4, and then I listen to it, and then I look over the Kiss albums, and I'm like, you guys are colorful, but you suck. These guys, I had never known. This is music.
Now,
I
Jack,
don't know what you guys are doing.
What's your favorite Zeppelin album? If you had to pick one,
I would say it's going to be a toss between Physical Graffiti and Presence.
Physical, okay.
Yeah,
I like that.
Those
Presence
two.
and Physical, not 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Nope.
You'd go. I mean, they're all amazing. They're all amazing.
Although 4, I mean, it's usually the number 1 album.
That's everyone's go-to.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of 2.
I liked Presence, and 2 was great too. I liked Presence because it was really a guitar album.
Well, it had so many different styles. It had a little funk in there with that
Blues.
It had funk, blues. It had everything in there.
Yeah. And I think our Achilles' Last Stand is probably my favorite Zeppelin song. It is so intense.
It is.
And then The Rover.
Yeah.
Off of
That's an amazing song.
Yeah.
The Phil. What's the name of that song that you were just talking about?
The Rover?
No, the one before that.
Our Achilles' Last
Achilles'
Stand.
Last Stand. Yeah, that snare, boom, boom, boom. That fill, it sticks in my mind. So like I play drums, so that'll be something I go to. Thanks, John Bonham.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Have you ever seen the concert? They do that. It's over in England. They were doing them every year. Zeppelin played it in about '79, and then Bonham died maybe 2 months later.
Yeah.
That concert, you can pull it up on the internet, you can watch it, and our Achilles' Last Stand, you just watch that performance, and you're just stunned. The energy, the whole thing, everything about that. So that was always the song. That was the one that drove me.
Now, what about Beatles and Stones?
Beatles and Stones, when I was really young, that was being played. So I went through a Beatles phase of buying some of their records and some of the Stones records. So yeah, I liked them, but Zeppelin was like.
Zeppelin was it.
Come on.
Was that was your first love, or was it Kiss then Zeppelin?
Yeah, well, Kiss, first Kiss.
Yeah.
because it worked. I was 12 or whatever, 11.
It's accessible
it had
music.
Makeup on. It looked great. It was fun.
Do you remember 1975 movie when Kiss made it? What was it? Kiss Rock City?
The movie, the one where they're in
Detroit
the
Rock
amusement
City?
park.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it was like,
it was awful. Yeah, I remember that movie.
well, it was actually pretty good
Kiss
at the time.
versus the Phantom or something like.
It was they were like an amusement.
Yeah.
There was a couple of kids that were trying to go to the concert, and everybody was like had the long hair, total stoners. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was that 70s era.
Yeah. So what's cool about the 70s is they have things now where you can look at 1972, all the rock albums that came out that year, and if you look through 71 through probably 79, it is stunning. That music, that period of time has never even been matched again. Even like Fleetwood Mac Rumors, like all these albums that came out.
Foghat.
Foghat, right?
Right.
And the 80s seemed like
Foreigner.
corporate sort of took over and said, here, you need to look like a girl first. You need a lot of hairspray, long hair, spandex. Look as female as you can. Put on eye makeup. All cookie cutter type of stuff. Although some good music did come out of it.
What do they call
I'd
them?
say the only thing
pinch
that can-
harmonics? Is that the?
Yeah.
That's the noise out of the 80s, right?
Yeah.
The pinch harmonic.
The 90s, I think, maybe can match that because after the 80s,
Yep.
The grunge sound.
sound came out, right?
Eddie Vedder with that voice
Yeah.
and,
The whole
and
That I
Kurt
was
Cobain.
way into that.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, as the 80s entered, and I'm entering, 18 years old and all that, 17. And the 80s hit in, MTV hit in. And MTV's playing new wave stuff that I don't even want to hear. I'm waiting for Ozzy. Play Ozzy, play Iron Maiden, do something.
I'm a fellow Aussie
And
freak.
this goes on all the way to 86. Like, music is just really not that good anymore. And then guess who showed up? There's a quiz. Who shows up in 86 and reignites rock and roll? Les
Metallica.
Paul. No, they were rocking out in their little underground stuff. Les Paul, Crybaby, Marshall Stack.
I was born in 86.
I'm going to give you a
86.
hint. I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to say one word. You guys are going to get it. Top Hat.
Slash, Guns N' Roses.
bet.
Yeah.
I was so.
Was that 86?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Appetite for
Are you sure?
Destruction.
Oh, yeah.
87, 86
Okay.
ish.
Because I was going to say,
Yeah,
I was at college when they were like number one. My freshman year, they were like, this is the 6th week in a row that Guns N' Roses is at top.
Because what they did was they broke all that formula. They're not Poison.
Well, they were wearing leather spandex by then.
Yeah, leather.
So it wasn't super tight.
Yeah.
Leather attitude
Totally
was
separated
major.
them.
Yeah.
Attitude, and then you brought out the Les Paul with the wah-wah and the Marshall again,
Yeah.
and you dug into some dirty rock, and that was it. And then grunge popped in.
Grunge.
And grunge was great. I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
So I was with Stevie Vai and helping him. I shouldn't say I was
Steve
helping
Vai
him.
is awesome.
He is phenomenal.
Amazing on the
But
guitar.
the Morley pedals, like the owner of Morley is a really good friend of mine, and he brought me over to his manufacturing plant where they did the wah-wah because Joe did he made his custom wah-wah pedals, right?
Yeah.
And I was one of the first, and obviously having a studio, and when I had guitar coming, you always have to have all the pedals. So
Yes.
having the new wah-wah at that time was a big deal. They were like, you have the new wah-wah pedal from, God, I just said his name. I can't think of it.
Murmurs, is that with them? Yeah, never heard of it before.
Joe,
Joe Satriani?
no, the other guy.
Steve Vai.
Stevie Vai.
Oh, Steve Vai, yeah.
Yeah, Steve Vai. And because he could play this way and this way, right?
Maybe it's on the briefcase.
Swanson, Samsonite.
So I got all these pedals, and it was really cool.
Have you seen Steve Vai live?
Only not in person, but video live.
I got to see him once live, and when I got done, somebody
With
asked me
Whitesnake?
the next day how. No, he was Steve Vai at the
Okay.
House of Blues in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And the next day, somebody asked me how was the show, and I don't know. I think it was more of a spiritual experience to see this guy.
He likes that spiritual thing.
He played a note with his toe. He's playing a song. He played notes, laid the guitar on the stage,
He played his
put
toe?
his shoe off, and just doing
touched the
with
fret?
the toe. And I was like, "All right, Steve, you got
Yeah.
it. You got it.
You're the best.
You played a note with your toe. I don't know what else I could use to play a note to oust him, but."
So you
I
like?
don't know.
Here's a tasty little lick.
Well, the next thing is to light it on fire. We had
There you go.
We had Hendrix to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
Well, we had
he's
Nikki Sixx who
untouchable.
lit his pants on fire.
Oh, that's a good
remember?
one.
And then he was playing. I'm a big Motley Crue fan.
Motley Crue was
you
my
are the
band
80s, Jerry.
I am
that was-
totally.
You are 80s.
No, I'm strictly Motley Crue.
Motley.
Like everything about them, I loved.
You got to interview them, didn't you?
I did get to do Tommy Lee and some of the boys of Motley Crue. What a trip that was!
Ridiculous individuals.
That was like one of the only times I was like googly-eyed meeting celebrities, right? Because I was like, oh, I got Tommy Lee here. But there's a story I'm not going to explain, but they came in. I mean, it was during their heyday, so they were pretty hammered and out of their mind most of the time. But it was still kind of like rock legendary in my mind, because when I was playing, that was the music that pumped me up, right? That song, "Shout at the Devil," and all this. I'm not going to say I'm a devil worshiper, but the song was pretty great, and it made me play harder. And most athletes, as you guys will probably attest to, you're kind of superstitious in certain ways. Like if you go out and you go, I listen to this song and I just threw as a pitcher. Like,
you're listening to it.
Yeah.
The next you have a bad game.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
listening to it.
Then you're like
every
you're like
time.
pulling
Your
the
pregame
tape.
is scripted.
Yeah, you're pulling the tape out of the tape.
Until you have a bad game, then you rip up the script.
What was your walkout song to go to the mound?
I usually,
Wild Thing.
it kind of changed every year. I had a Wolf and Man from Metallica.
No doubt.
The Brewers like to play Lowrider for me.
That was because you're cool.
Low. Well, last name Low.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
I thought it was
then,
just because you're cool.
And then when I would strike somebody out, to play low, 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 low.
That's
low.
cool. That's creative.
Yeah.
That is creative. I like
didn't
that.
really pick my songs. I just kind of let them do
Jerry
it.
would have "Shout at the Devil."
Yeah. Every time he came out, it'd be like, shout, Cam.
Jerry, what would you pick, man?
Oh, well, a walking out
If you,
song?
if you
Yeah,
had
if you had
to
to
do an
pick something.
athletic event, what's your favorite sport?
Football.
Or, well,
Hockey,
it's not really
football.
walk
It's
out
in
for
between
that.
those two. Baseball when I
50-50
was
with
younger.
me.
Baseball. As a kid, baseball. As a third baseman, my dream was to play for the Detroit Tigers and
Nice.
and all that stuff. And then in Toronto at that time, if you didn't skate,
Yeah.
you were like nothing.
The two best
You
walkout
couldn't get a
songs that I
drink.
knew of,
Yeah.
that just brought goosebumps to your arm and up your neck was Trevor Hoffman, "Hell's Bells."
Oh, dude.
The bell rings when he walks out the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
Just
So you need a cool song
just
like
so
that.
cool. And then of course the greatest reliever of all time, Mariano Rivera, "Enter Sandman." He's
That'd
just
be
he's just
hot.
going to come in and put you to sleep.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was
And he
just
did.
such a great song, and the thought behind it was like, yeah, we're done.
You ever see that chair that they? It's a picture circulating on social media of a chair made of all the bats he broke.
Oh,
They put him together and they
right.
awarded
So
him
cool.
it before he
Well,
retired.
Metallica actually played at his last game.
Really?
They
That's
played
tight.
there in Yankee Stadium for him.
Was it like off to the side or were they on the field?
I think they played it on the field before the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Man,
Now that's when you know
dude,
you've made a
you made
career.
it. Yeah, you're the best.
Yeah, you're the
he
best.
absolutely was. Hoffman was number two, you'd say.
Well, Hoffman was actually the first guy to reach 600 saves.
He was the best before Mariano broke
He
it.
was, yeah.
took
I didn't
over.
play that long, but I think my song was "Beat It, Beat It, Get Out of Here, Beat It."
Jerry, you were just beating people up on the ice.
Yeah, well, that was just a bonus, as
Yeah.
they called it, right?
You didn't need a walkout song. They were
No.
afraid already.
Bought your dad a car with those fights, didn't you?
Tried to, wasn't really the, it's like saying, you got them the DTS instead of the STS, but we tried. So you're showing up with the keys, your face is all mangled. Everybody's like, "Why did you do this?" "Because I love you."
Because now I can buy everybody drinks.
Don't worry, Dad. The 14, they'll grow back.
They'll grow back.
Yeah. So yeah, that's so cool. I like how everybody is related to music in some way. Whether it's your entrance song, whether it's what you're playing on stage, what puts you in the mood. Like, what was the number one song? All right, let's do this. Let's go back through time here. Everybody remembers The First Girl,
Yes.
right? What was the song?
She Likes Me for Me by Blessed Union of Souls.
Oh wow, didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
Okay,
I didn't either.
Dan, you?
G Unit, want to get to know you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a little harmony in the chorus.
All right.
Wow,
It's good.
So much cooler.
Beg
than
for
mine.
Mercy, G-Unit. The album.
Beg for mercy.
And then 50 Cent's first album was
Were you
ridiculous.
in trouble?
Nah, I just, I grew up, in the city and listened to hip hop and loved G-Unit. Oh man, there's an interview that I had in the paper I pulled up the other day from a senior year in high school, and it's favorite group, and it was DMX.
Oh, I love DMX. DMX rock.
It got me
I
going,
know
man.
that guy. He left too early.
It got me going. Throw that on. Work
Oh,
out a
that
little
is
bit. Little
pump you
DMX.
up,
Oh,
rap
dude.
music. Oh yeah.
Go
Run
for
through
it.
a wall after that.
Oh, easy.
He just had that deep voice. I don't know how tall he was, but
But he had
He
good
was like
flow
5'4".
too. He
Yeah.
did like a little
that's like
gospel
Sully
singing.
from Godsmack.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a
Oh,
little
yeah.
guy with
Yeah.
a powerful voice.
Sully, man.
Sully
Talented
rocks.
dude.
Yeah, very.
I love
He played a
Godsmack.
show up in Scottsdale with Barrett Jackson.
Yeah, he
what's
did.
the name of that
Recently.
thing? Yeah,
Oh, the Westworld.
yeah,
Yep.
Westworld. Dude, they bring out a flow.
Mike
This
Week.
is the second time I saw him, so I knew. I got to see him first time at Ozfest when I was like a little kid. But thanks, Ma. But yeah, they bring out a float with Sully, and he's a freaking nasty drummer. They bring him out on a
yeah.
float with a drum set, all the hand drums, and they do a back and forth. They do a little battle.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing, man. I actually got a video on my cell phone of it.
He's a good drummer.
He's nasty.
Really good drummer.
He's
Speaking
little,
of
but he's
drum battles,
loud.
Yeah.
They go back like a call and repeat.
I love that. That is so
Da,
cool.
da, da,
I've seen
da,
that a
da,
couple
da,
times
da, da.
at concerts. You guys seen the drum battle between the drummer for Red Hot Chili
Yep.
Peppers
And,
and Will Ferrell?
Yes. It's hilarious.
and then
my
the
God.
next video on YouTube is Chad Smith getting upset that somebody called him Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he did look like him.
Well, yeah, he
He
did.
looked a lot
we
like
got
him.
Derek.
Like,
Son.
imagine being as famous as Chad Smith and then having somebody overshadow you still.
Yeah.
That's the guy who looks like Will Ferrell.
Oh, you
look
It's
like Will
dude, he's
Ferrell.
he's the drummer in one of the best rock bands, or one of the most relevant right now.
Still.
For the 20-something years.
They may have more hits than, I don't know. They may have more
He's
hits.
probably got more hits than
Anyone from the
Will Ferrell
90s.
has hit movies. He's got so many.
Yeah.
You know?
they-
And
they-
everyone's still like, it's Will Ferrell.
He's the guy that looks like
But
Will
hey, what a good sport,
And
though, to
my
go on
God,
and do
when they
it.
both put the backwards
Yeah.
LA Dodgers hat on. And, oh, dude, it's so good. So good.
Heck yeah, man.
That is crazy. So, tell us a little bit more about your band, Black Wolf.
Black Wolf Mountain.
So, what kind of music is it?
I went to join it, so I had to go up and listen to their songs and what they were playing, and I was like,
Oh, so you joined this band?
yeah, I was like, the best description I could give is this was Southern fried rock heavy metal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like,
awesome.
there you go.
Sounds
Yeah.
fun.
That's it.
So it's like ZZ Top
this
sound?
band has teeth.
Leonard
I
Skinner,
mean, so
ZZ
like
Top.
they're-
Yeah.
so the guy
That sounds like an album name.
Yeah.
This band has teeth.
The first album was all John's songs, and I would say, I mean, you're looking at like Metallica, although you could sort of hear Def Leppard going on sometimes. I mean, it's just, and then the second album was all of us writing.
Mm-hmm.
That was profound. That album was really, really good.
Now, is it very riff heavy or very rhythm heavy or both?
Both.
Both.
Well, we're all into hooks, even with Next Evolution. So we recorded 4 songs, and I put them in the seminar that you've been through.
Mm-hmm.
So I told Melinda, the one that runs the sound, and I was like, all right, I want you to play one of these songs every time they're leaving the room and every time they're coming in. So there's only 4 of them, so they're going to hear them several times.
Okay.
And then they heard them, and people started catching on. What's going on? Who's this band? And it sounds like they're singing about what's going on in here, and they were starting to catch on. A week after the seminar ends, she turns to me one night. She's also my fiance. She turns to me. She goes, you know when you told me to play those 4 songs? I'm like, yeah. She goes, yeah, I can't get them out of my head. They're running
good.
in my head all week long. I'm not stopping. I go, that's what I wanted. I want the hook. And the reason I wanted that music was in there is you've been through the experience, and that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a full-blown experience. And I wanted people to be able to access the music and draw them back to the experience. Because it was a powerful experience. For some people, it's one of the most powerful experiences they've ever had. So to have the music linked to that.
I know for my wife and I,
Yeah.
going through it, it was just phenomenal for us individually and bringing us together as a unit. It was just, I can't say, enough about it, man. It's got
Well,
a
for
great-
couples, that's why I tell them to come in. I'm Like I'm just telling you, you're going to go to a whole nother level. Because
Yeah.
right now, most people are operating on default of what they were programmed and what they saw in their own parents and in relationship, and we get sort of stuck there.
Yeah, blinders.
And then we have this real
Tunnel vision.
Yeah, and we got a really powerful need to be right, and that destroys more than relationships than anything else. That I need to be right, and you need to know I'm right. We're humans.
Wait, isn't that called marriage?
It is marriage, and that's
Yeah,
what I
okay.
mean. So then they come in.
I'm wrong a lot.
Yeah, when they come in, they figure it out. It's like, hey, look, this is another person. They're not the same as you, and they never will be. And why would you allow all this stuff to erode your own relationship? The love you found. Because when you first get in, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Stomach flippies and hoo-hoos and, oh, she texted me. But
The
then
hoo-hoos get
the
you.
way we're programmed in fear, eventually the brain starts going, all right, you know what? I don't think I like that about them. And I don't think he cares about me now. Or I don't think she really cares and all that. And the brain, insidious little computer up here, starts to erode the intimacy. Mm-hmm. Every fight, every needing to be right, every argument, every resentment starts to erode all that intimacy that you started with. And for some people, it'll destroy the relationship. And sadder than that, for some people, they'll just accept it. And they'll go 40 years in a destructive, dysfunctional
Would you say that your program helps people get past that, survival, survival
Okay, Jack,
instinct part of the brain, lizard brain, that's only there to protect us and keep us alive,
Yes.
and elevate past that?
Yes.
Well, we do have somebody that is calling in. I would
Okay,
like to
cool.
bring him in because he's listening to what you're saying there. I'm reading my little mini teleprompter here. Do we have Darius out there? Jack? Maybe we could bring him in?
Is this when we throw on the headphones?
We may have to, but
Okay.
if he's connecting. Darius, are you there? Hello? Darius? Hello, Darius. Do we have a Darius? I don't think we have a Darius.
We have Jerry.
So we can do this. Hey. All right. Hey. What do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the man of the hour that makes those ladies scream and holler, Dan Corey.
Oh, that's for me.
Yeah, that's for you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I don't know what to do because we have these. They're calling in, but I guess we can take these off.
Okay.
So when he comes in, they'll let me know, I guess, and I'll keep the sound effects to a minimum. But Jack, very interesting stuff because people need this kind. I'm looking around like after COVID, people have totally reevaluated their entire life, and when you bring out, what we're adding to the mix is music. We're bringing new kind of relationship looks. We're bringing, I guess you would call it an overall awareness of, like people say, 2020 is gone. Thank God. What's 2021? What's 2022 going to look like?
Right.
So that becomes kind of a big focal point of how people are going to go. You're looking at presidents. People are, still not going to jobs.
Yes.
They're not going. They're saying, "Why would I go to work? They're still going to pay me."
Yes.
At what point do we say, "Okay, we're going to cut off"? But then the companies that are trying to say, "Hey, you can come work for me," they're going to be out of business because they can't find any work, and they're going to go, "You know what? I'll just close and I'll collect a check."
Right.
And pretty soon we don't have a USA. It's just a U.
Yeah.
Hanging on you,
Yeah.
Mr. Government.
Yes.
And I don't like that. That's why we're going to create this music scene. We're going to work together. I'm trying to bring the people on today. I guess they're having some internet issues, but what I really wanted to do is bring, that's why I like doing this show. It brings everyone together. We get to kind of, first of all, you get to talk about the good. You bring it out in such a way that each and every person can contribute.
Yeah.
But in the end, everyone walks away with something. And when we're all we're off the air and we're all talking out in, say, the green room area, there is no racism. There's no difference in music. It's, hey, I really appreciated what you said there. Hey, I really liked what you said, and I like this, and I like this, and
It's all unity.
Yeah,
it's
unity.
all love.
But, it's
love.
an appreciation of differences as well.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
That's so
That
cool.
we can have open conversation.
your opinion is your opinion because my opinion's mine. They kind of depend on each other. The differences do.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Absolutely.
It's good to have friction.
It is. Absolutely.
I have the board on.
Absolutely.
You know?
There you go.
But what do you guys think of like the next few months, like leading into Christmas this year? How do you think it's going to turn out? Because I'm looking at the same news you're looking at. I'm talking to a variety of different people that, everybody has their
I think
perspective.
it's such a huge question mark that we just got to all just keep our own heads down and keep going with what we're working on, making a change in our own little corner of the world, because it is such a question mark. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if it's going to get better or if it's going to get way crazier, or, who knows?
I agree. That's why I'm asking the question.
So the question would be, why are we waiting? Why are we sitting and waiting? What you have here is you have a world of 7 billion people, and you have a small little group of a few thousand people. So this isn't even in the government. It goes beyond the government.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking New World Order, Soros, we're doing all that. You're talking about a small group of people that you have 7 billion people. And what the problem is the 7 billion people are afraid to do anything. Because what are we going to do? And if we do anything, what about if I lose my house? What about if I lose my car? What about if I lose? Now, here's the thing people may want to wake up to. The people in that type of, and you got to remember, we don't really relate to, it's like Hunter Biden, like, oh, he's an alpha human. Okay, well, first of all, we don't relate to what it would even be like to grow up with Biden as your father, or that whole group of people, or be in the Clintons' world, or in the Soros or Rockefeller world. This is a whole different reality.
Yeah, let's just circle it as Washington.
Like the
Whatever
owners.
you want.
DC,
So,
of course.
now you're sitting here, and you start to figure out, okay, what's basically happened, it looks like the mafia goes into New York whenever they first got to New York, and they start their little game. So the first thing they start figuring out is we've got to buy out, and we've got to get like the attorney general out of the way, and the police commissioner, and all these people. We got to buy them out, extort them, do whatever we have to do, and then we can get away with what we want. This happened in the country. They got the people in there that started to corrupt your FBI. CIA has always been questionable, but the FBI, the DOJ, it's all corrupt now. So this group of people, it's starting to be exposed. So let's say this virus, or this, not the variant, but the actual virus actually came out of a lab, and there are people who know it came out and they did this on purpose. The only thing I can say is be grateful that that's all they did. Because what they're capable of, and right now, if you picture it, you're backing a pit bull into a corner because they're getting exposed little by little. It's all starting to come out, and there's a lot of people waking up. So we're sitting here at a time where I'm like, it's all good. We can all keep sitting here, and we can all keep doing what we're doing. Mm-hmm. But you better hope they don't actually do something for real. Like, they could put something out that actually would kill a third of the world. And as far as Gates is concerned, that's part of his mission, and it was his father's
Gates has been
mission.
banned in 5 countries.
Yes. So but he's part of all
But
of
he
that.
went to India with his polio treatment.
Oh, I saw all that.
To do 17,000 people and ended up killing 526,000.
Yes.
Wow.
So he is no longer allowed in 4 different countries.
The question is, why are the 7 billion sitting here allowing this to go on?
No, they're buying
I know
ammo.
why.
Okay.
Because these 7 billion people think that they are all individual units and not one collective unit.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Because
That's
you
why.
know what? It's not even a war you got to do. It's nothing. The power of the mind is so freaking powerful that it creates all of our reality. When you can link minds, anyone heard of Napoleon Hill? Think and Grow Rich?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Napoleon, he coined the phrase mastermind, where 2 or more minds are together, moving in the same direction in harmony. Nobody can stop it. So when you take, even this country, if you take the 100 million, 150 million people that are awake, all we did was use our mind, we can stop what's going on. Yet how do you do it, right? How do you get that many people on board? It's become so big. In this Civil War and all that, the Revolutionary War, it was sort of small numbers. You could meet underground for a bit, get your little strategy going, and then go for it. Yeah. This is a whole different game. Yeah, and actually, Biden brought this out. If you didn't hear this and pay attention to this one, what are you going to do with your little guns and your little this and that? You're gonna need
but
nuclear weapons.
He totally explains it wrong when he says the 100 mag gun.
Oh, well, he has no idea.
You know,
what
like,
he's talking about.
and I love the other gun people who come out and say, this is an AR-15. It holds a 50 caliber bullet and it holds 100 of them. Even everybody in gun is going, oh my God, are you serious, woman? You know, you're in charge of this and you can't even project what bullet goes in there and how many bullets go in there. To me, that is like, I'm done listening to you. I don't care what you say. I'm like clicking the channel going, well, there's an idiot in that city.
And I think most people are done listening. I gave the humans of this country some credit. Mm-hmm. They didn't fall for the Delta variant. It was put out. Biden said it's worse. You all have to mask up again. You have to social distance. The WHO said whether you're vaccinated or not, put the mask on.
Yeah, but we do have Darius here. Why don't we put it on? Oh, there it is. Yes. Hey, can you guys hear us?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Oh, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, we have two amazing people coming in from LA. There you go. Nice switch. We have Kevin Fisher. And I don't know how that got reversed. Look at that. Darius Love.
I want to read that backwards.
And we have Black Jagger. Yes. Man, I just love your music, man. These are the guys I've been telling you all about right here. We'll go around the room, but we have Jack Duchesne here.
Hey, guys.
Can you just flip a little stuff so you can see him? There he is. Wave to him. There you go. And then let's go over to the big man here. It's standing at 6'8".
Wow.
He right here. That's Cameron, and then we have
what's going on,
Dan Corey. He's the drummer in the band Mississippi Nova.
What's happening?
And we have Black Bull Mountain. Guys,
chilling, man.
I got this is the band I was showing you. I should say the artist.
Yes.
Black Jagger, who just inspirational to the max, and then the record label Kevin Fisher, just an amazing man who I have been talking to for weeks. Yes, shake him a couple times for me, and then shake some money out of him. Just kidding. Push Power 48.
Yes, sir.
Amazing stuff you guys are doing there, and it's just so great that you came finally connected. I was kind of like reading your text when the camera was not on me. Okay, so just like I was like, I could see it light up, you know, because one eye is like brighter than the other as I look on the monitor, and then I'm like, okay, I got a text, and then I go, wait, and I'm not on camera. I'm like, I'm on the air, guys. You got to do it. So, thanks for coming on. Got to figure it out.
Man, that music you guys are making over there is something to groove to, man. It's just got such a great feel.
Yeah,
thank you.
I truly
Love
appreciate
it.
that.
Hey, put us all on the big camera, Jack, so you can see the whole table. There you go. Oh, wait.
Everybody in the building.
That's it. Everybody, right? Okay, yeah, there you go, Jack. Oh, we got to shrink it down. There you go, Dan. Just peek your head in there.
Lean on.
Look at that. There's Dan right there. He's just off to the right there.
What's up, Dan?
What's
Going on,
happening?
Dan?
So everybody's pretty much musicians, former athletes, and one Canadian. One Canadian. You know,
What Canadian?
his niece is up. You know, so they're waiting for him out front. Just kidding, Jack. Just kidding.
I'm good.
I know. So tell us what's going on there in LA. What are you guys up to?
Go ahead. Tell them your project.
Well, man, I just been plugging away in the studio. We're here now. You know, probably recorded close to 60 songs for this project. And you know, just for the last 2 years, probably have around 300-400 songs now. So, you know, we've just been moving, holding the content for the right channel so that we can, you know, really bring that good feeling. You know, I'm a big fan of the 70s. So, you know, I believe in this 2070s vision.
Do you got bell bottoms on? Be honest.
Where we could, you say that again?
Do you have bell bottoms on?
Oh no, not today.
All right. Just checking
They're
that. Do
suede.
you have like the patch on the crotch? You know what I'm saying? Like free love here.
Usually I have my leather jacket on, and I usually have my Jimi Hendrix pin on. So.
All right.
Oh, you got
Rock
you got
on.
guitarists here. These guys are going crazy with you guys, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I have a huge rock and roll influence. You know, I was in a band for 4 years. You know, that's my canvas of music is really influenced mostly by rock and roll, is just because it's a magical place to explore. You know, And as a poet first and a songwriter second, I believe that music is just the best way to get imagery across to people, because it's all about imagination, and that's what the music's about, is restoring imagination amongst people and the youth and the next generation of humanity.
That's beautiful. You are a poet.
Yeah, and also like we wanted to make something where everybody could come to the concert. You know, you don't have to, you can bring your kids, you can bring from any age, you know, there's no profanity, there's, you know, all clean lyrics, you know, and it's a happy time. You know, we make royalty music because the only people that can have the mindset of getting out of anything derogatory have to have the royalty mindset to set the higher standards of a status quo. You know, so
I like that, the royalty mindset, man. That's a great term.
Yeah, so
that's a beautiful saying right there, man.
Yeah.
You know, you guys in LA come out with some crazy cool stuff. I'm gonna have to like visit you on weekends just to get some cool like slogans.
I want to. Can you expand a little bit on the royalty mindset? I think that's just such a cool idea.
It's a good vibe.
Yeah.
You know, I would say that it just comes with, you know, I believe that everybody's spirit, and it just comes from the highest form of divinity is abundance, and that's royalty. You know, to have complete control of your mind and know that you're wealthy everywhere that you go because you can produce an idea. You have this power within you at all times that you can push forth any type of creation. And that's, you know, the mindset here.
Straight ahead, man. Straight ahead. Love that.
Look at Jack. He's pointing at him going, this guy's got it. That's amazing.
That's what Jack's all about.
Look at, you know, sitting here, just look at the unity we're bringing together right here. Isn't that beautiful?
yeah.
It's all smiles, man. We're all like, yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. You know, if politicians would watch us, we'd have such a better country. I think the beaches would be open. They would be drug free. There'd be less tents there. People would be dancing, saying, "Hey, I could rent out this tent for $10 an hour." You know, to the women there.
Right. It's about healing humanity through you know what we all are, and it's energy. And we have to bring good energy and vibration and frequency, because the messaging is what matters and the imaging matters, and people seeing themselves in a positive light and every walk of life. You know, people have to be empowered, and they have to know that they matter. Everything that they do, they have a contribution. We took people's ability to have true satisfaction about how they contribute to society away. So now you take people's power to feel strong in their own homes away from them. That doesn't feel great. So what we have to do is, once again, re-inspire people through creativity, through art, through nature, things that are naturally healing to people. And it starts with music.
So how did you gain this kind of like insight? Have you always been this way? Have you just kind of like aspired? Did somebody inspire you to be like this?
Honestly,
Kevin, maybe?
You know, I've always felt this way as a child, but Kevin really he gave me the real self-confidence and as a mentor, and to stand on my true heart principles, you know, and to really own that and then build structure around it. And so once you learn to build a foundation from a place of your own truth and owning who you are, you can stand in your mission and be strong. And so, you know, now I could trust the voice within me to speak my truth, which is just another perspective of how the world should see love, you know?
That's beautiful.
Absolutely.
So like, are you planning any touring or anything where we could see you here? And we have a great group of musicians here that, you know, maybe bring you up on stage, you know, just kind of like, my favorite thing to do is kind of like bring somebody, a different element into the mix where people go, wow, that was amazing. You know, like when you watch these all-star like tribute stuff that, you know, I remember Icon, they would have like somebody else sing your song. right? Where the artists are sitting up there. But if you mix and match this on stage with other musicians where people go, yeah, I see the vibe. I see the flow. I see where you're going. I see this, and it connects, and you just pick up like 1 million new followers, right? That never would have saw it unless you were in front of something, right?
Right.
I love it.
What we're going to do, we're coming there.
We're coming. And I'm going to send you cover Come Together.
You're gonna sing. You're gonna send me the cover. Coming together.
And I'll come and sing "Come Together" with you guys.
The Beatles.
Nice.
Oh, the Beatles. Are you really doing the Beatles cover?
Yeah, I did it. It's already done. I'll send it to you today.
Oh, okay, great.
Send it.
Yeah, I think everybody here wants to hear it.
Heck yeah.
Because I forced them. I mean, they were all in a headlock. You know, these are 3 big guys. I had them all 3 in a headlock. I'm like, listen, you listen to Black Jagger. You listened, and they go, you don't have to put us in a headlock. We actually like it.
Send the audio file right now
over me.
It's rock and roll right there.
Rock and roll.
That's it. All right, now we got Danny back in. Thanks, Jack, for swinging the picture.
You got me.
Yeah. Why don't you slide back a little?
So, hey, what's your major influences as an artist?
Definitely Jim Morrison, The Doors. You know, I'm a huge Jim Morrison fan. You know, Robert Plant, Jimi Hendrix, Prince, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder.
You got a few more of us over here that love the same, man.
Yeah.
You got Maurice White, of course. You know, I mean, I love great prose and I love just great music, you know, and so, you know, my music is focused on my spirit. And so I gravitate towards a lot of singer-songwriters and just bands and people who really, you know, always trusted their craft amongst anything else.
You know, I want you to also hear Jack's music, you know, Black Wolf Mountain, right? I think what we should do is we'll get together after this, if you could look it up, hear some of his music, because he is that 70s kind of influence, right? That's how you started today, is by outlining, you know, you had a 70s kind of...
Yeah, there's a lot of 70s influence, 80s and grunge and the whole thing.
Yeah.
All the music.
Okay, so...
Grunge. I'm a big Nirvana fan.
There you go.
Rock on.
Yeah.
We just recorded a song, and the producer, when we got done, was like, this sounds like this is Nirvana influenced song for sure.
Wow.
I love it.
Can't wait to hear it.
You come out August 27th, and Black Wolf Mountain and Next Evolution are headlining the Marquee Theater. If you come out August 27th, we'll do Come Together with you with the Next Evolution band.
Say no more.
Hey, look at that.
Telling
Now
you.
you're on stage. How many people you think, how many people is Marquee?
Marquee Theater,
2,500,
yeah,
something like
maybe 2,000 or something like that.
So it's a small venue. It's a good venue, though. I've
Yeah, it's
been
an
there.
awesome venue.
I'm there.
You got to let me know. I'll have to have the boys learn Come Together, which is easy enough.
I'm going to send it to you right now.
There you
As
go.
a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Send
Sweet.
it over.
I'll send it to you while we're on
Look
the
at
call.
you making connections.
Look at connections. This is music. Look at it's actually Kevin. That guy's got the biggest heart. And then he introduced me to Black Jagger, and now it's like 2 hearts in one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like introducing him to my hearts here in Phoenix, which are you guys, who are all lovers of music. And together, look at this. I mean, now you're on stage. You're going to play. We're going to have all the pro athletes here supporting you from every genre, which is football. Cam's a baseball. Dan's a baseball. He was a catcher. He's a pitcher. That sounds like prison talk, but truly, they are really just baseball people.
There he goes. It's never easy just explaining you're a baseball catcher.
You know, I had to. You know, they're friends of mine. So thanks, guys, for being understanding of my sense of humor. You already talked to me many times, so you know it just comes out. But in the end, you know, I would really like it. August 27th, is that the date?
August 27th. And we were talking about doing a cover tune, and we were going to do a Stone Temple Pilot because we pretty good
Oh,
at
yeah, that's
STP. Yeah, this could be interesting if you actually want to come out, and I'll make our cover song come together.
I'm so game for this. This is exciting. I love it. I love everything.
I'm
about
going to
it.
be there with a drink in my hand. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Hell yeah.
Check your email. The song is in there.
Absolutely.
Jack, you are going to get us some VIP tickets, right?
VIP tickets
because
upstairs.
Yes. I don't want to have to, like bribe the backdoor guy. Like, nope, really, I'm a friend of Jagger and I'm a friend of Jack's, man. Do you not see the Anunnaki next to me?
I'm in the band. I play the kazoo.
Yeah, he's a kazoo player.
What was that other thing? Oh, the triangle.
Oh, master of the triangle.
Master of the triangle.
Oh, man.
And you got to see Danny over here. He is an amazing drummer.
Yeah, you ever need the skins hit, man? I got you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Love it.
So you got some
you guys
musicians.
will love that recording. It's a unique arrangement, and it's all live, and you guys are gonna love it.
Love it.
No doubt, man.
Awesome. So what's next on the schedule for you? Get some plugs out here.
Right now we have a video game that's going to come out. We also have a movie that's going to come. Actually, 2 movies. We have an animated movie that's going to come out called These Nuts. The Adventure of These Nuts, and it's about a peanut.
And you guys were harping on me for the prison talk? Are you kidding me?
I gotta show him.
No, honestly, we have.
Love
He's going to get you like all the props and the products that they have that are coming out in all the 7-Elevens.
Okay.
And he'll explain it to you.
So this is butter.
Right. That's butter.
Wait, a little to your right. More towards Kevin. There you go.
Yeah, okay.
No, the other way. There you go. Right there.
Okay.
What is that? Is that a?
These nuts.
It's like a froggy ET.
Hey, those are some quality nuts right there, huh?
Yeah.
Get your big handful of nuts.
There's more.
I'm struggling.
Yeah, there's more.
So what does it say on there? Dig in and grab 2.
Use that for a commercial.
Oh my God!
I am so
jokes are endless.
I know.
Right
I am so working with you on this commercial because the animations that I have right now filling my head are going to make you a lot of money.
First they're salty, then they're sweet.
Oh my God!
When you really see how they constructed this film, it's crazy because there's a character in there called Subliminal, and he does a lot of things around the world about things that are happening, and the nut is just crazy. So he's in there challenging Subliminal on everything that he says about the things that are going around the world, and it's just crazy how they just. And then also Jagger's in it, and it's like Space Jam.
Yeah.
And Jagger's in it, so the nuts following him around, asking him questions about things that are going on. It's a real fun movie. Great. It's for the kids, man, and
When's that dropping? When's that coming out?
For the kids, man.
Yeah, man, we're excited.
Say it again.
When's that coming out?
Next year, maybe in August.
Okay.
Cool.
So probably a year from now.
I'm gonna watch for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I expect you guys here so we can showcase the nut commercial or the nut promo.
Oh yeah,
right?
That'd be great.
Yes, sir. All we gotta do is make the connection, get the director aboard, and we're all in.
That's it.
Are they big nuts?
Yeah, they're big.
Okay.
You mean these nuts?
Yeah. Oh, we're going in
too
such
good.
a bad. This was supposed to be about music. So, do these nuts play music?
Yes, they
All
do.
day long.
All day long.
And they do comedy. And they do comedy.
Yeah, and they do comedy.
Awesome.
Multifaceted.
Yeah.
Multifaceted
When you
nuts.
see the people
I am a joke overload.
I can't stop it right now.
It's just
I have to watch myself. I'm gonna say something I'm gonna regret.
I know.
Yeah.
What's the next topic, Josh?
Your nuts.
I got a new sausage link company coming out.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got a Slim Jim. Oh, it's a
my
short
God.
flick though. It's like midget porn. It's over in a minute. One pump done.
You know your family's watching this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
well,
It's all right.
I can't stop laughing.
I can't stop laughing.
Oh, my goodness.
So, you know what? Why don't you give a little plug to your Push Power 48? Give us a little plug about what it's about, your record label, everything that's going on, because we do love the Jagger there. And do you have other artists? Is it just a solo thing? Are you
No, we
There it is.
have a lot of artists that are coming out. We have female artists too, but we didn't want to disclose them just yet because it's a surprise. Okay. Some of them have already been in the industry and they don't want to be disclosed yet, so I have to keep it respectful for the artists. But we have a lot of artists coming out. A lot.
You can go to blackjagger.com.
Yeah, it tells you a whole thing.
I think we got that up. Didn't we have? I think we can give a nice plug there. Scrolling up, all the way up there. There he is.
There you go.
Look at that handsome devil.
This is quite GQ.
Yeah.
Very much.
For some reason, it's backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Boy, you dig up the dirt, don't you?
Why not? You've already brought out the nuts.
That was an old.
But
you're gonna go to bed with these nuts. I'm pretty sure.
Pretty much.
I'm so far away from nuts right now. I'm just telling you. I got 3 guys on either side of me here.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, just blackjagger.com is up. You can get merch and stuff there right now. We're just preparing for the album to drop. We're really excited to, put some strategic, partnerships together and just, free the people and love the children. That's the slogan for everything.
That's awesome right there, man. That is a great saying.
Yeah, we're going to open up an avenue for the children. We want the children to be able to experience in the big league. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be touring on a college tour to all the schools, giving them a little preview of Jagger, spreading the message of love and education all together as edutainment. And we're going to just set the curriculum of the things that we're going to be putting forward as far as the gifts that are going to be coming along with the things that when we bring our show, we're going to be bringing gifts as well. And the gifts are educational gifts and different stories about history that come from a lot of assorted authors that have contacted us, and they wanted to spread the word of love too, because we need to really bury all the old boundaries that everybody has between each other and come together as one. And that's why we created Push Power 48, because when you come over here, we electrify the powers that people normally don't use. We bring it out of you as far as them playing instruments, writing, reading music, all that stuff. We want to keep the old school, and we want to also introduce the new school of the technology as well. So we're going to be on tour going to all the schools across the nation and international.
Question. Yeah. We have these bands here, right? You got Black Mountain, Black Wolf Mountain, Mississippi Nova. Now, would it be like, I don't know if this is even a band question to ask, but like where we could get Dan on the drums, you on the guitar, Jagger singing, and we make kind of
me on the kazoo.
Yeah,
we just got to jam out and see if
I'm on the triangle.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I play guitar too. Oh yeah,
I play guitar. He's gonna play solo with the kazoo at the beginning.
Yeah,
you got to bring Cameron out for his kazoo solo.
Don't think I won't.
Kazoo and a side of cowbell.
Oh, you got to get the cowbell.
And we see some maracas.
Oh, dude, I'll be like the guy at Venice Beach. I get a maraca on each foot. I got the kazoo. I got the triangle. I can hit the drum with my elbow.
One man band.
The one man band.
Yeah, we would just need to jam and feel it out, make sure it feels good.
I mean,
it can happen.
It's a great thing that we're bringing imagination back. We're heavy in technology. I'm heavy into technology. My new thing lately has been electrophysics. I know, and just really, finding out how we can really get into moving as fast as thought when it comes to computing, so that we can create a level playing field when it comes to the creation of IP for everyone, because then now that gives everybody wealth. And so these are the type of ideas that we're talking about and developing as well with music and film, and because it's about elevating people on all platforms. We have to create people who love themselves again.
Yeah, so I'm really excited that they asked. I mean, I was asked at 2:00 this afternoon to come down here, but I'm very excited to meet you guys. I own a seminar company. I've been doing this for 15 years. The foundation is called Creating a World That Works. So all the music in Next Evolution, not Black Wolf Mountain, that's the other band, but in Next Evolution, the band that you'll be performing with, I'll send you over the tracks. Every single one of those tracks was written on purpose to empower people and wake them up. Every single one of them.
Amazing.
All of
I
them.
can't wait to send you some music.
It's like destiny is being brought.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Take that
man.
off.
This is gonna be a great. This is gonna be so much fun.
It's an honor to sit in front of you guys, man, and
It's
share
an
our
honor,
story. And because we've been recording for 2 years now, secretly, just not really putting anything. We don't have any music on Spotify. You can't find us there. You can only find music on blackjagger.com. We got a couple YouTube commercials, maybe. He's been on Black is King with Beyonce. He did also Fox Soul, the Tammy Mack show. He did an interview there. But other than that, we just really kept quiet because we knew that this music that we were going to produce was going to change the world and set a new narrative so everybody can unite under one roof and lead the world into one nation as just how we love each other instead of versus the way how somebody carries themselves, how they look, the color of their skin, anything like that. So we know that music's going to set the pace, and we're happy to join the gang over there.
Awesome.
and record.
You guys are just raising the frequency, man. I love it. Absolutely raising the frequency.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about, man. I just, my thing is, I tell everybody just have the highest thoughts. It's about continuously searching for the highest thought, and as long as we can get into a mindset of choosing peace first, we'll always all be in a great mindset. That's the reprogramming. Is when you feel the emotions come, remember to choose peace first.
right.
I think we've been fed so much of a, get yours, take care of yourself, and all that stuff. And we need to get back to what you guys are doing, and that's focusing on each other, not focusing on just ourselves, because so much more is going to come to us as individuals if we focus on others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just goes around and around.
Yeah, and the mission of creating a world that creating a world that works foundation is right now we live in a you or me world.
Right.
To create a you and me world, not you or me.
Look at that.
Collaboration, not
Yeah.
competition.
Jack Duchesne, man. Slogan of the day.
Actually, the best slogan would be "Your life matters."
Right.
Like that's it.
Absolutely.
We understand that you are me. See, I try to get people to understand that the reason why everybody is the light is because we're degrees of it. We're all showing people our degree of how we are reflecting the entire light of the universe. And when we become more conscious of that, what we contribute into that all consciousness that we all are a part of will be much better. And like he said, we'll be raising the frequency. We'll be constantly raising the vibration all around, and that's the focus. Is getting.
I love what you said there. You are me. Like that's so powerful. Now, it's awesome. Like we were just talking about, why do these 7 billion people on Earth? Why are we not standing up to these select few that are? And it's because we feel that we are individual units instead of one big unit. We are each
500 make the decision for 300 million.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? If we turned,
they
would run.
All Americans.
Did I hear
Get
that?
rid of everything. We're just Americans.
That's right.
We don't care about anything else.
That's right.
But if you notice, like, it's more of musicians and athletes and stuff. They're the ones that are coming out.
Yeah.
Right? Do you ever notice that? Like, musicians are a lot about love. Like, they love music. They love this. It's all about love, like what you're saying. And it's all the outside people that are like, it's kind of they're outside the bubble. They just can't get in. And now the bubble is growing because people are starting to see it. They woke up after COVID. Right. So now, they had a life-changing experience. Like we could die, and now they're like reevaluating their lives, where they're going to go, how they're going to act. And I think a lot of people came out of this with like, we got lucky. I'm going to keep my doors open. I'm going to start to meet people. I'm going to change this. I mean, even the people that we've had here, they said, you know what? Ever since then, I was kind of like, shy or whatever, and now I'm just open. And I like that.
You know, I got an idea I want to share with you guys. I think this idea is really groundbreaking, and I've never shared it with anybody but Kevin. But so I wanted to create this website that is called the Medicine Woman. And on this website, people can constantly upload their healing process from what they've experienced throughout the pandemic, because creation is our healing, because it shows growth. Because in order for us to move forward, we have to deal with the things that we went through and then use that energy now in a way to heal, which is through creation. And so giving people an outlet to a space where they can put something positive about what they learned about themselves and do it in some type of art form, that will help us all heal each other. And this thing will run in perpetuity, and you can always go and find it. And it just would be a great place for people to go and always get inspiration and get love and get healing.
Sure.
And it's just a constant space for creation for the whole world.
Yeah, absolutely. Great idea.
All right. So how do you want to start? All right, you know, we're all in. Look at it, we're all just like waiting for the next line. Like, we're going to start on August 27th after the concert.
I think something like that could definitely start with it has to start with a huge concert, kind of like what you guys are already doing with Novit. And I think it's how we create the content and how we stream it live, and, you know, how we get people to opt in and engage. You know, I think those are the big things, is just coming up with that vehicle for the opt-in and making it really transparent, the message super simple, and let's just heal. That's where we're at. Where everybody needs it. Doesn't matter what walk of life you're in right now. Let's heal together. That's got to be the thing. We got to heal our kids. We got to heal ourselves. We got to heal our families. We got to do all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I love that.
Amen, bro. Amen.
Me and Cam are healing people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you're just expanding our healing process.
You know, Anunnakis have special healing powers.
Yeah. You ever seen the steak that guy makes? He's healed me many times. When are you he's going to come out here and visit us? You got to come out and see some real heat. What?
We're going to plan to leave tomorrow, to be honest.
Tomorrow to come out here?
Yeah, we were going to head that way tomorrow, but I have to sit and wait and talk to some people like
Okay.
Christina when she gets back.
All
But
right.
we were planning on just driving out. You know, we don't really have much to do. We just finished 4 records yesterday, so we're on a good time schedule. We can miss a few days, you know.
Okay. Well, it is 4th of July weekend.
That's what I mean.
That's right.
And I'm pretty sure there's some barbecue down there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Barbecue yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is definitely a barbecue weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. We might have to take it out to Lake Pleasant.
Yeah. I'm thinking that well, we have the RV,
Oh, yeah.
so we have air conditioning.
I love RVs.
Yeah.
I know.
I got 6.
He's got 6 of them.
Yeah.
He's like making me jealous already. He's already shown me up, man. Half hour on there, and he's already showing me up. 6.
Man.
This has been dynamic, man. This is, you know, it's one. There's 2 reasons why this is dynamic. One, for the obvious reason, and 2, because it's men sitting down having this conversation.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's really important for people to see that men can sit at a table and agree on real things, you know, and move forward the culture of humanity and people, you know, and I just appreciate you creating this type of space, Dr. Jerry, for, and, you
Absolutely.
know,
You bet.
Absolutely.
That is what we have designed it for, and yeah, thanks, brother.
it's very important
A
to
pound
have.
for us, too.
It's very
Right there.
important for us to
Look at everybody. Now everybody's
Yeah.
getting pounded.
There he goes again.
We started with nuts. I got to end with a pound.
You know, it's the power of collaboration
Yeah.
over competition.
Yeah.
Right. You can collaborate. You can compete.
But, you know, I just, you know, I really just
My
want to
God.
give you your kudos for that, because this type of space is extremely important, especially me being a young person, and to sit here with some elders and be able to have these type of conversations, and that's for
You watch your language.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
That unity's slowly leaking away right now.
Don't let these grades fool you. Don't let these grades fool you. I'm still quick.
We got to go now.
Our next ad will be just for men.
And then Geritol.
Yeah, Geritol. There you go.
Oh, we just talking about stress.
But
It's
you're
really
right.
important for people to understand that we're not going to have any progression unless we can first agree.
Right.
We have to become an agreeable people.
Yeah.
We have to be able to say, hey, I want to have just as much fun as you do. I want to hug my children, and I want to feel security. Everybody wants that.
Right.
So let's get
listen,
back to
you
what
guys-
matters.
You guys would love to come into Next Evolution, the seminar company I've been running 15 years. You would love it.
Maybe you can make him a speaker.
Absolutely mind-blowing what goes on.
I
You
love
guys
that.
would totally jive with it. It's
Yeah.
an amazing experience.
Everything you're talking about is what they're talking
Yeah.
about. It's just, it's magical how it merged today.
Yeah, and what we do, everything's experiential. So instead of just lecturing all the time, you're going through experiences, and then at the end, you find out what it really was about, and then you start to see within your own mind the programs of fears and lies that you have accepted through your programming on the planet, which is full of lies, full of fear, and you start to see it in there. You actually start to see where it's in you and where it came from, and how do you eradicate it from your consciousness completely. Very
Correct,
powerful.
right.
Just
Very
Control, Alt, Delete.
powerful. Yeah, I can
Yeah, on to the next program.
There you go.
Hey, pretty soon some people are going to be controlled out delete.
Yes.
Just ask Elon
And we're going
Musk.
to point them out on this show,
Yeah.
right? We
Some
take
days
you
I can
live down to the floor where we now have somebody roving. We're going to point that person out. You're alt control, alt delete. That's why I'm creating a shirt that says all drinks matter. And then on the back, on the back it says I have one for you too.
I love it.
I'm going to get
It's
you
true.
first one.
Very generous, Jerry.
Thank you.
We're on a great mission, man, and I'm just happy that there's like PLUs, as you guys call them, people like us, because we are the narrators of New Earth.
Yes.
You know,
The New
And
Earth.
we're going to be
that.
the ones to create the new narratives and everything that's going to happen for people. And so I'm excited that, we're creating some synergy here today.
This is, and I hate to say it, guys, but our time has pretty much come to an end for this show. But I know it's crazy. But you know what? I would love to have you back on. We're doing like as you know, we have the Focus TV, which is the heart, and why a lot of these musicians are coming in. I'm going to be doing interviews with bands. I'm going to have these guys on as well, because everybody can contribute. I'd love to keep having you brought in, because the mix and and everything that goes into it, but recreating the original MTV, if you will, with videos. I want all new people. We don't need to show all the big names. It's good to have them, but they're already big. There's a lot of people out there like yourself, everybody jumping out, everybody.
And these days, I can be the new Daisy Fuentes.
Yes. I've seen you in a miniskirt, and sun doesn't shine there.
That hurts to think about.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Right. I just had a little
I look
burp.
good in a sundress. I
I had a little burp come up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't good. All right, guys. Listen, I want to thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I want to.
Thank you,
Thank you
man.
so much.
Your message is absolutely in line with everyone here. It is amazing that you're in LA, we're in Phoenix, and the message is still just as vibrant here as it is there.
Yes.
And we're all growing together.
Lots of love.
And
man.
you have August 27th here with Jack. We want you to come. I want to see you on stage. Everybody here will be supporting you. We will have every artist here promote that to make sure that you guys coming here, you're going to be welcomed in the biggest fashion you've ever seen Phoenix.
And guys, really, I invited you after hearing about 5 minutes of language coming out of your mouth. that you would be a perfect fit, because everyone in my band's done this work. We are all about humanity, taking it to the next level. The band's called Next Evolution. And when I heard what you had to say, I was like, you're in. Come on out here and jam with us at the Marquee Theater on August 27th.
Thank you. We're honored.
Awesome.
Listen, guys, thank you so much for coming on. I want to appreciate your time and effort, and we love you guys. Always
Thank you,
welcome
guys.
here.
It's a pleasure, man.
Peace
All
and love,
right.
brothers.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
There you go. So we're back, guys. What an interesting
Wow, that was
type of time.
awesome where
that
that
was
went.
good. You know,
Man.
It was incredible.
isn't it amazing how you see people and just how music brings everyone together? It really is.
Yeah,
So
It transcends, you know.
It does.
Yeah.
Transcends everything. Sports, music.
Yeah.
We're talking about music. Everybody loves music. Music.
that is it.
Music transcends.
And athletes always have a healthy respect for the musicians
zone, man.
and vice versa. It seems.
Being in the zone.
I think one of the things
Being in the zone
that he was
and
pointing out
collaboration.
is, music and sports seem to be one of the bridges for racism to end. Because, back in the 60s when, McCartney and the Beatles, they were all embracing Hendrix and black musicians, and they didn't see them as a lower race
They
or
saw him as
anything
an
like-
awesome musician.
Just another human, and sports did the same thing. You guys were on
Jackie
teams.
Robinson.
And
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
like,
Yep.
so I think that was sort of the beginning of people realizing, no, we're just all the same. Skin color is just, where were your ancestors? Where did they come from? Because if they came from Africa, it's better to be dark. The sun's blazing. They come from Canada, more white. Snow, hide from the polar bears. So, I mean,
Yeah.
my father was a bigot. I mean, he was Archie Bunker.
Oh yeah.
All races. I was told at 11 years old, I had a Pakistan girlfriend, and my mom said, if your dad sees you with her, he will disown you. That was the first time I figured out. I didn't understand it till then.
So what'd you do? Dye her hair red?
No, I just didn't let them
She's
see me
Irish,
anymore.
Mom.
I didn't let them. She was way hot, and I was 11, she was 13. I just didn't show up with her anymore. But I did ask him, why? And I also said she's not the black person, because he had a word for that.
Did you talk to him about that later?
Yeah, I did
when
when
you grew
when
up?
I was 11, because I was upset. This
Oh.
was the first girl I had ever, when we were just kissing or messing around. We're just little kids.
Spin the bottle.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. But he proceeded to tell me why I was to hate these people, and I'm sure he was doing what he thought was the best thing. I think he was thinking he was protecting me, but what he did was I agreed to what he said. Because that's how we create beliefs. We agree to information. And I was little and he was God, and I agreed, and so did my two other brothers. So I was a bigot all the way until I got into this work. In this work, I figured it out. Oh my God, this is all fear-based bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he was only trying to protect me because from where he came from, that was the way it was.
Yeah.
Where
So-
in Canada? You just need to know and cross that off my list.
Yeah, Windsor and Detroit. So the N word would get spit out a lot when we were in Detroit.
Yeah.
That's why I said, I go, she's not the N word. She's from Pakistan, and I'm not even kidding you. He said she's a sand N.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't even know you could do that. I go, so are there snow ends, or where does this all go? But as a child, I made the agreement with the information he was giving me, which most children do.
That's your father, so
Right.
you kind of
Yeah.
get it.
Get it? And
by
I
default.
did. My sister didn't, and my mother wasn't a bigot. But, boys tend to watch the father for their cues and what they're going to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got into this work and found out, oh, my God, this is not only bullshit, but this is a huge problem in the world.
Yeah.
We've got to quit this division stuff altogether.
We're all on this rock together is what I
Absolutely.
say.
Right.
Absolutely.
Like,
appreciating
hell?
people's
Yeah.
differences, noticing their differences, and then appreciating them
Yeah.
is the way to go, because we all have something different to offer, and every culture, every color of skin has something to offer the others, and it should be appreciated.
And the people that are telling us that we're different, they're doing it for power and money.
Oh,
it's
that's-
not because we're different. It's not because it's all. For
it's
power
funny because
and
they're
money.
saying it, but then they got like white and or black people, and you're going,
these
wait,
are-
how do you say that when you have like a whole staff
These are
of
the
different people?
biggest
Right.
hypocrites
Right?
on the face of
Yeah.
the planet. The
So,
people that are saying
but we
this.
just talked to two guys in LA who are outstandingly
Awesome.
awesome,
Awesome dudes.
right? Like if we can't do that, I could do that in 5 minutes. And every show that we brought people on, and you're welcome to keep coming on. Every show that we do that, we show how much fun we have, and they're saying they love us, we love them. It's simple. But I got to end the show,
Come together.
guys. We've been going. We're way over time.
Okay.
But
Thank you
we'll
for
have you
having
coming
me on
in.
the show.
Thank you coming on, Jack.
Thanks
It's been
for having
awesome,
me.
Dan. Thank you
Appreciate
again,
you.
brother,
Love you,
man.
Jerry.
I know you just barely made it here. You were like hauling ass through traffic to get
did.
here. The shoulder is your lane. Remember
Going
that
120 in my mom SUV.
Yeah. So Cameron, thank you again for also being here.
Always a pleasure.
So guys, first of all, thank you for coming. I got to thank Black Jagger and Kevin Fisher from Push Power 48, a great record label. As you see, just pushing the right vibe, the right everything, and hopefully we'll see him on your concert in August 27th.
And I will get you guys all VIP
4th.
tickets for the concert.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be great.
That's good. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
You will have the best sideshow.
Too much. For one
Too
hand.
much.
Yes.
We gotta figure. You know what? We gotta figure out like a unity one. We'll be like this. So everybody starts the new symbol.
The
Now
new
it's like
symbol.
this. It's this.
Unity.
The unity, right? All right. Well, we got to get going. So thanks again. You'll see us next Friday. Thanks again. Make sure you check out Focus TV, the new music channel, and always check out acemediatv.com for all of your television network. Thank you, Cam. Look at this. It's thumbs up from everyone. We'll see you next week.
Look at
Thanks
that
again.
forearm.
Talk to you soon.
Awesome show.
She said she was from Colorado. One day she would win the lotto. Ran away from home and it's been a long road. And she wanna be a supermodel.